busters. Really afraid.
I'll show you numbers that should be displayed.
He's a hero and one. Here's Dirk.
Hello out there, you friends of the mathematical world. Ready for another exciting episode with one of the planet's foremost logicians, are you? Good, because in today's story titled To Heck and Back, Lieutenant Dirk Niblik of the Math Brigade was feeling a little guilty.
Not a little guilty, a lot guilty.
All Dirk's neighbors were out on a beautiful day mowing their lawn, but Dirk wasn't. Do you know why?
I'll tell them why. It's my show. I don't mow my lawn because last year I had the sod taken up and replaced it with artificial grass.
So, Dirk doesn't need to mow his grass anymore.
That's right, but I realized I actually enjoyed it. Oh, well.
Yes, back to the task at hand. Whatever that is.
I'll tell you what that is. My bank called me and told me one of my checks bounced. I've gone through all the other checks in my book, 500 of them, and none of them bounced. That probability is mind-boggling. I think the bank may not be playing with a full FDIC.
Suddenly, Dirk's doorbell chimed.
I've got to get those chimes, too. Well, if it isn't Mr. Beasley, my next-door neighbor.
If it isn't Mr. Beasley, your next-door neighbor, these police will really have the wrong guy.
How may I serve you?
Well, let's see. You could throw me up in the air and hit me with a tennis racket, or you could put a pomegranate in my mouth and bake me in your oven at 350 degrees for 4 hours, or...
Come on, Beasley, stop stalling.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I just stopped by to ask you to pick up my mail while I'm away, Lieutenant Niblik.
Of course I will. How long will you be gone? 7
to 10 years.
What?
He robbed a bank and got caught.
You robbed a bank?
That's what they say. Hard to believe, isn't it? I was always such a shy, self-effacing sort of chap.
Well, yes.
I'm sort of the last guy you'd think of who'd stick up a bank, huh? But these nice officers said I did it, so I'll be going now. Thank you for watching the mail.
Well, sure thing, but...
Oh, listen, if you think of it, in a year or two, you might feed the cat.
I'd better look into this.
And that's what our hero did, by gosh. He went right to City Hall.
Now, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to stop.
How's come?
You can't fight City Hall.
Oh.
Dirk decided to talk with the district attorney and find out what happened.
Are you the district attorney, mister?
Yes, and it shall be my duty not only to prosecute to the limit of the law all persons accused of crimes perpetrated within this county, but to defend with equal vigor.
Why have you arrested Mr. Beasley?
He robbed a bank in a nearby town.
What town?
A town called Heck. He went to Heck and robbed the Heck Savings Bank.
To Heck, you say?
Heck, I don't. He robbed it at high noon, and we arrested him at home at 1 o'clock. We know he did it because witnesses described the getaway car as bright red. Beasley has a red car.
Yes, but lots of people have red cars.
Not with a duck-billed platypus on the antenna.
Good point. Mind if I talk with Mr. Beasley?
Not at all. He's in the third cell on the left. You'll recognize him from the racking sobs.
It was nice of you to come, Lieutenant Niblik. Did I get any mail?
Well, you've only been here for an hour, Mr. Beasley. The mail hasn't even been delivered. I know you didn't rob that bank, but have you ever been in the town of Heck?
Not for a long time. I used to go to the annual Healthy Guns and Frontier Days celebration as a young man.
How far away is Heck?
It's about 75 miles.
Uh-huh. How are the roads to Heck?
Oh, a lot of potholes, but they're paved with good intentions.
Where were you yesterday at high noon, Mr. Beasley?
I went to the movies at 10 a.m.
You went to the movies in the morning? Did anybody see you in the theater?
I hope not.
Then what happened?
Well, I got out about 12:30, and the police arrested me when I drove up to my home at about 1 o'clock.
How fast does your car go, Mr. Beasley?
Well, if I slap the pedal to the metal, I can hit about 50 miles an hour top speed.
Mr. Beasley, I may have you out of here before the cock crows.
Oh, for joy. But if it doesn't work out, don't forget the mail. Even bring the occupant stuff, okay?
Yes, I think I can prove that Mr. Beasley could not have robbed that bank at 12 noon.
Well, you miniature detectives, have you spotted something that will prove that Mr. Beasley could not have robbed the Heck Savings Bank? I must admit I can't puzzle it out yet, but I'm going to keep using my old noodle. And after that, I'm going to try to solve the problem. I may even get a new noodle. I'm not sure, but I know this. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Mathman, your mission is to eat all the fractions greater than 1 and no others. When you encounter a number, you will have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the shifty Mr. Glitch. He will eat you if you are wrong.
Mathman. 3 halves greater than 1.
Oh, dear.
Mathman. Fractions greater than 1. Mathman. 7 over 1 is 7. That's greater than 1. Mathman. No, I think it's a trap. 5/5 is equal to 1, not greater.
Why me?
Gee! Mathman. Fractions greater than 1. Mathman.
Well done, Mathman. You have eaten all the fractions on the board greater than 1. You have won a free game. Go for it. Free game. I hate that.
Well, have you figured out what Lieutenant Dirk Niblik has figured out? I thought I had a minute ago, but it was not to be. Let's see what Dirk's doing. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Dirk is in court.
All right, Mr. Niblik. You've told the court that you have evidence that will prove your neighbor, Mr. Beasley, did not rob the Heck Savings Bank.
I object.
On what grounds?
None in particular, but my wife says I'm very objectionable.
You're out of order.
No wonder I don't work very well anymore.
If it please the court, Your Majesty,
Go for it.
I would like to call the court's attention to this chart.
What about it?
Mr. Beasley says he was at the movies from 10 until 12:30.
But he has no witnesses.
That's right, but his car can go no faster than 50 miles per hour. The bank is 75 miles away.
I do get good mileage, though.
So, he could have left town at 10:30 a.m., got to Heck at noon, robbed the bank, and split.
And then what, Mr. District Attorney?
Then he was arrested.
Yes, he was arrested in this town 1 hour after the bank was robbed. He couldn't have gotten back here in 1 hour because his car only goes 50 miles per hour at top speed.
Hey, that's right. I couldn't have robbed the bank. I didn't think I did it because I'm such a shy, self-effacing person.
Even if Mr. Beasley was in Heck, he could only have gotten within 25 miles of this town by 1 p.m. He is innocent as a newborn babe.
Lieutenant Niblik, you make an excellent case. Mr. Beasley, you are released.
Thank you one and all for helping me believe in our wonderful system of justice once again.
Suck a swamp through a straw.
And so, as Lieutenant Dirk Niblik and his steel trap-like mind solve another case, we take solace in the knowledge that there are problem solvers like him around for when guys like us really get into trouble.
I'm glad I could help you, Mr. Beasley, and you're doing a fine job mowing your lawn, if I may make so bold.
Thank you, Lieutenant. And you're doing a fine job, too, sir, whatever you're doing.
And so he was, mowing his artificial grass with an artificial lawnmower. Gosh bless us all, Dirk Niblik. Gosh bless us all.
There are 280 peanuts in this small container. How many are there in this larger container? That's the question we asked the kids at our studio audience. The one who made the closest estimate will compete today on Close Call! Yeah! Oh, that's right. I'm Reggie Cathy, and this is Close Call. And speaking of peanuts, here's a man who's a shell of his former self, and we're just nuts about it, Mr. Arthur Howard.
Thank you. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, everybody. Now let's meet our contestants. You are?
Moji.
Moji, welcome. What grade are you in?
6.
6th grade. And you are?
Tara.
Tara, and what grade are you in?
6.
6th also. And Imani?
Yeah.
And are you married or single?
Single.
Single. Okay, now let's meet our 4th contestant. Remember, we told everyone that there are 280 peanuts in the smaller container. Then we asked them, how many peanuts are there in the larger container? Now, the actual number is 1,209. Now, coming closest with her estimate of 1,200, Tanya Marzan. Tanya, come down here. Come down. Congratulations. Take a seat. All right. Congratulations, Tanya. Do you all know how to play close call? Okay, if you all know how to play, let's see our first problem. Curtain, please. Okay. Now, notice the jar of peanut butter at the foot of the elephant. Do you all see that? Can you see that at home? How far up the jar of peanut butter goes? Oops. Ooh. She's found it, too. Okay. By the way, the elephant comes from the wilds of Connecticut. Okay, here we go. Here's the question. How many jars of peanut butter will it take to reach the top of the baby elephant's head? How many jars of peanut butter will it take to reach the top of the baby elephant's head? You have 10 seconds to write down your estimate. Okay, may I have your estimates, please? Moji. 10.
10.
Okay, Tara?
15.
15.
13.
Imani says 13 and?
10.
10. Now, well, let's find out what the actual answer is. Could we have the peanut butter measuring device, please? Very good. Now, let's count it off, Reggie, starting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the winner is Imani with 13. Very good. Okay, Imani, you win our first round. Now we're going to find out who you're going to be playing against in this second round. Moji, Tara, are you ready too? All of you ready for the next question? Okay, this involves something in coils, okay? This is a blue one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, may I present you with the latest in spring fashions. Okay, turn them around, ladies. Gee, they're lovely. Now, here is the question. Now, some of these coils are very long, some of them are not so long. The question is, what is the total number of spring coils on these spring outfits? The total number in both outfits. You have 10 seconds. Okay, your time is up. Moji.
I have 110.
110. 110. Tara?
1,000.
1,000. Okay. And 40. And the actual number is 134. So coming closest is Moji. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations. Now you are our finalists. The winner of this round will be today's champ. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Well, good. All right, Reggie, would you give me a hand and let's move Tanya and Tara out of the way so the contestants can get a good look at our audience. Now, here's our next problem. We gave everyone in the bleachers over here 3 items: rubber balls, beach balls, and, of course, coconuts. Your question to answer is, estimate what % of the audience has beach balls. Now, everyone, all of your items up. Everybody, good. Now, down. Now, just the beach balls, just the beach balls. Let them have a good look. Good. Now beach balls down. Now rubber balls up. Okay, rubber balls down now. Coconuts up. Okay, and coconuts down now. Everybody. Beach balls, rubber balls, and coconuts up. Good. Again, what % of the audience had beach balls? You have 10 seconds to give. Okay. Disadvantage there. I'm going to give Moji another second because her magic marker didn't come off there. Okay. Imani, what % of beach balls?
45%.
45%. Moji?
17%.
You say 17% have beach balls. Now, the actual answer, the actual percent is 49% have beach balls. So it looks like, Imani, you're today's champ. Congratulations. Very well done. Now, for our runners-up, we have Square One TV sweatshirts. For Imani, we have a Square One TV sweater. This is Arthur Howard for Close Call. See you next time. Bye-bye.
4/3. 4/3 is the same as 1 1/3. And that's more than 1. Oops. I didn't do that. Did you do that?
As important brain puzzler. Get ready to think. How many rectangles do you see in this diagram? Think. Let's see. There are 4 small rectangles. Then there are these 4 larger rectangles. And finally, the largest rectangle. 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9 rectangles. Good thinking.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Monday, 9:43 a.m., and things at Anaheim Stadium were making the sports fans extremely happy. Baseball season was over for the Angels, and the Rams were playing out of town. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. The boss is Thad Green. My partner is George Frankley. My name is Monday. I'm a mathematician.
George? George? Morning, George.
Uh-huh. Fine, Kate. Just fine.
Funny thing happened to me over the weekend, George.
I'm happy for you, Kate. I'm happy for you.
George, what's the matter?
Kate, I can't dance. Don't ask me.
What?
Martha and I are going to a dance Wednesday.
Should be fun.
But I don't dance well, and I just had a lesson.
A dance lesson?
Yeah, at Twinkle Toes Travolta's dance salon.
Seen their ads on TV. They say they can teach you to dance in a half an hour.
That's the one. It didn't work.
Oh.
I'll never learn to dance, Kate. And Martha will be embarrassed again.
Don't be silly, George. Martha won't be embarrassed. I know. Maybe I can teach you to dance.
No, please, Kate. I might hurt you.
Don't be silly. Come in, Bill.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Look, Kate was just teaching me something new.
Mm-hmm.
A dance step, Bill. George thinks he can't dance.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Listen, Mathnetters, we've had a big increase in car thefts. Look at this.
Oh. Debbie does graphs.
Why are you showing this to us, Bill?
We're swamped, and the chief suggested you two might help us.
Sure thing. We like to help out. Help-wise, I mean.
This is a bar graph that indicates car thefts in the greater Los Angeles area for the past 5 years, month by month.
Uh-huh. Doesn't look very unusual.
Doesn't vary very much. What's that one, Bill?
Car thefts for this year. Just look at this. This is a blow-up of the chart for January through August. Just look at the last 2 months.
What a jump.
In those 2 months, thefts are 295% of what they were for the same period last year.
295%? That's nearly 3 times as many.
Yes, and to add to the mystery, most of the stolen cars aren't appearing on the streets or anywhere.
That is unusual. We normally find them. They may not have an engine or the tape deck or the radio, but we find them.
Yes. Or if they were stolen and sold to some unsuspecting buyer, they still turn up eventually.
Right. We figured they might be going to chop shops.
You mean where they chop the cars up and sell the parts?
That's right, George.
You checked that out?
Just 2 weeks ago, we closed down a giant chop shop ring that was operating throughout California, so that's not a major factor.
We'll get right on it, Bill.
Appreciate the help. Oh, good luck to you, Fred. And you too, Ginger.
We'll get back to invitation to the dance later. Let's check with Debbie. What do you think of those charts, mathematicians? Something funny is going on, Debbie. I think what we need is to look at the information. It's all stored in a computer in a database.
Database. Good. I was hoping we'd be able to use a computer software program that allows us to store all kinds of information and organize and reorganize it so it can be retrieved selectively. Weren't you, Kate?
More than anything in the world. Be more specific.
Right. Maybe there's a pattern. Can you analyze the reports and look at when the cars were stolen?
Where they were stolen.
What makes?
What years.
What colors?
What they were worth.
What about insurance?
What insurance companies.
How many dice?
What?
You know, fuzzy dice in the rearview mirror.
George, when you get specific, you get specific. I'll get to work on it. William. Uh-huh. I'll tell him. That was Bill Dietrich. He wants to talk to you.
We just saw him.
He wants to see you again. Upstairs? Out front.
You wanted to see us, Bill?
Yes, George, Kate. How's the investigation going?
Debbie's crunching some numbers for us.
Tell her to add one. Oh? My car has just been stolen.
100% of Square One TV is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. This program was made possible by grants from the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, the U.S. Department of Education,